What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Recycling. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Lou Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And like always, we have tons of wrestling to cover. We got San Diego Comic Con and a bunch of toys to talk about because we saw Dirty Dom got his first Dirty Dom figure. I'm excited for that one. I
Yes,
actually
sir.
definitely going to
Yeah,
buy
too.
that. And a lot of other stuff to talk about, so we're going to just go right into it with our wrestling retrospect. And I picked Bull Nakano. And damn, she was a beast.
No F's given. None.
Yes, she was a beast, and I've seen some matches that she moved people like a rubber band. I didn't
She
think they
did
could
not.
bend that way, but
Mm-hmm.
now I know they can, and it looked painful.
And the rubber bands was fighting back. That's all I
Yeah,
gotta say.
she has some crazy matches, and I think every match I picked was not in. There was one I picked with WWE, well, kind of partnership with WWE, just because I wanted that one classic one. So my first match I'm gonna pick is a class. This is when she won the women's championship off of Alundra Blaze, and this was overseas. This was part of AJW. This was 1994. This was Alundra Blaze versus Bull Nakano. Um, this was actually set in Japan, but WWE had an equal working relationship for her to win the title there, so they could bring it back and have a big rivalry, and then Alundra Blaze wound up taking the title eventually back from her. This match was amazing. Like it was bound for bound, like very technician, very. During this time, you rarely saw women's matches on television like this, and so this me watching this and shit like that was like just shows how good they were, and wish the crowd kind of gravitated more towards it when during the time that WWE had it, because then I think we would have had a better women's division overall throughout the years. But for now, this is what it was. But oh man, you should. I recommend anyone just watching any of the Bull Mokano, anything 94 and below, because she was aggressive as hell, but she's also very technical sound. She moves smooth, but she's evil in the ring. And yeah, this match was about 25 minutes. It was back and forth, a lot of crazy technician, but also a lot of power moves. And Paige actually does the finisher that she used to do, which is the scorpion deathlock into like a Boston crab, and that move always been like looked like it was painful as hell, and that's always been one of my favorite submissions, and it was created by her. So that was my first match.
Yes, sir. The first match I picked. Hold on, yeah. I got a bunch. It is, and she's great. But there was a few because there was one person I wanted to find her fighting that was on that highlight reel
Mhm.
for the other lady, and I'll pick that one first. It's Bull Nakano versus Kyoko Inoue.
Okay.
And now she's the one that shout outs to what's his name, Vincent's Pro Wrestling on Twitter
Yeah.
that puts up the clips. She was the lady that she had the bright neon pink and yellow or pink and green ish
Okay.
outfit with
Yeah.
face paint, and they showed her like with clips versus Bull, Aja Kong, like a bunch of people, but most notably was her like doing her power bomb where she got Bull completely up
Yeah.
and laid her out. The cool thing is that ended up playing into the match. I guess that was like her specialty,
Yeah.
was her ability to power bomb the bigger girls.
Yeah.
Because I remember there were a few that were very big back then,
Yeah.
and that was it. Was it's funny, right? How these women were back then this size doing all the stuff they were doing as equally as impressive as the men,
Yeah.
but it was just I just remember like okay, this is 1995. It says here,
Yeah.
September 2nd. This match is brutal. This match is like you said, technically sound. This it um Kyoko has the high flying advantage here, which is crazy because she's almost the same size as Bull.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, this is 95, so she's not really that big. I think she actually goes fluctuates with weight when you look at Bull because like I have one from the '88, and she's like tiny.
Yeah.
But some matches before this one, she is like the classic. You recognize her shape or whatever.
Yeah,
But man, it's just like this is '95, dude. The stuff we were so used to seeing from women wrestlers in '95 in America is kind of sad, dude.
yeah,
It really is. And then again, the shock of seeing people their size doing this stuff is like it shouldn't have been. It's just kind of sad for America in general.
yeah,
Cause like, man, we missed out on a lot. That's all I really have to say.
yeah. I
Um,
agree.
Kyoko wins the match, and the cool thing was she had the power back from being knocked out outside the ring, and then Bull just grabs the microphone, starts taunting her,
Yeah,
and I guess that's what powers her opponent up. And to win the match, she hit her with that power bomb 3 times in a row. It was crazy, dude.
yeah,
Like she kicked out twice, and the last one she got her. So it was cool, very cool.
yeah. So this one I found this is like I think one of her first matches.
Okay.
This was in 1985.
Hmm.
This is Bull Nakama versus Yumi or Gora, and this was well, yeah. Bull had the size in this one. The other girl was very I think she was a very big wrestler back in the day too. Um, I had a conversation with person me and shout outs to Joshua. We met a person at Gun Hill Brewery that she's a big. She does a Twitch channel with a lot of these old school women's wrestling, Japanese wrestling and shit like that. I forgot it has a name. I forgot the name of it, but it has a
Hmm.
name to it. I can't think of the name right now. But she was telling me about her and about this one in particular, and she was telling me how crazy how popular she was, and she was like a big baby face and stuff like that. So this was one I was trying to look for to see if they actually fought before, and they did. And this was actually one of Bull McConnell's first matches. Like she looks super young here, like, and then the other one looked super young as well. And again, very technically sound, very strong versus baby, heel versus baby, very back and forth. There's some really crazy ass power bombs. There's biting of the hand. There's biting of the face. There's like fucking just crazy shit that just heel work versus baby face work, and it was really good. I'll post all these on the Facebook page, so you guys should check it out because this is actually classic women's wrestling that I wish, again, like again early '90s. I wish they adapted this kind of style to women's wrestling, not just what they did back then. I understand the attitude era with the whole thing, but you could have got more off of this. And just to seeing how skilled these women are, and then they never like capitalize on that, is fucking crazy.
Hmm. I agree. The second match I picked this one because again, thanks to Vince's for having clips of her, and it's the wrestler birth. Well, the match is AJW,
Yeah,
Bull Nakano versus Monster Ripper, and the lady you've seen her in WWF
yeah.
as Bertha Faye,
Oh, okay.
and I think it's like she
Big
was like
Bertha.
Big Bertha or whatever. She was another one that ended up as a colorful like wrestler when she came to the U.S.
Yeah,
and she was like what she size wise she was probably at her biggest in the US, but she was more comparable to like a Vader
yeah,
when she was in Japan. The first like 5 minutes of this match, well, it's a little shorter than that, maybe like two, is just these two fighting in the crowd, but it's mostly just Monster Ripper literally lifting the chairs up and just tossing them at them, and then eventually they have like a sword fight with rows of chairs. Like the way the chairs are situated, they're connected together and like five in a row, right?
yeah,
So Ripper picks up one, Bull picks up another one, and they're literally having a duel in the crowd with chairs. And then so Bull starts the match like just busted open and bleeding, and eventually they both get there. So it's this match is ridiculous, dude.
yeah,
I don't think I've seen dudes do this in America. It's nuts.
yeah. I think
One thing
I
I'll also say
yeah,
is the ring tarp.
yeah,
It is sick, dude. It's like half red, half white,
yeah,
and kind of shiny. It's like it's not Stardom. There's like this another Japanese girls promotion that uses it. Like it has a white one with ads on it, but you
yeah,
could see the sheen on it.
yeah,
And I always think that man, they're probably slipping and sliding. They
yeah,
probably not, but Also, I didn't know this was a thing. And where are the rules in this federation?
I
Because Bull pulls out nunchucks
don't
and she's good.
They're like, yeah, I'll take it,
And then
accept
she
it.
pulls them out, does like entire like motion and everything, and then she usually just like clocks somebody with it. And I'm like, they're having the ref is right there. What's going? And it's nuts. Absolutely, absolute insanity. The match is like 10 minutes, 15, maybe 15 minutes tops with all the theatrics around it. It's actually a really good match. You should watch it.
Yes.
And also let's talk about the fact that Bull was doing like the Harlem Hangover and then just that leg drop in general
Yeah.
way back when. Come on,
Oh
yo.
yeah. I talk. I have like so the name I was looking for is Joshi person.
Joshi. Yes, that's
That's
the
what they
style.
call
Yeah,
yeah,
Joshi. Hmm.
and that's like everything like beyond early '90s, '80s, and stuff like that. They call that. That's the name that they have.
Yeah.
My last match, and this one, there's a chance that you probably had this also on your list too, just because I've after watching it, this is a type of something that you will pick as well. So, um, I also looked for her too, Aja Kong
Mm. Oh boy.
and Bull Nakano. This is the
Oh boy.
cage death match, November
Oh.
14th, 1990. Yo, I legit saw her jump off the cage, leg drop, and get right back up.
Oh, that's the match that happened. Yeah, I seen a clip of that, man.
I was like, ow. That was me saying that I have a bad tailbone and landing on your ass and then getting back up. That's a lot of force right there. And I was like, ooh, that hurt me.
She
Uh,
had Rikishi probably could have did it. She had all that cushion like
yeah.
he did back there.
This is probably one of the most brutal women's matches I've ever seen in my life. They beat the shit out of each other with a chain inside the cage. There's some freaking death match stuff with tables and chairs and chains, and they're using the rope. I think there was explosions in this match too. So I don't know. It was a crazy match. Bull Nakano was crazy. This is the match. This is the ring that you were talking about too. That's half red and half white.
Hmm. I think
Um,
that's the AJW ring then.
yeah,
That's
yes, it
probably.
is. It is AJW, and they beat the crap out of each other. The fucking hits were solid and stiff as hell. There was a lot of blood. There's a lot of pain, and these girls just beat the shit out of each other. Bull Nakano won this match, but did she? Because it was a
I
beat down
mean,
between the both. But that leg drop from the top of the cage, and then she landed and bounced right back up to her feet was fucking cool.
oh yeah, that's kind of iconic. I'm again after this. There's no question in my mind that it's a crime that she hasn't been put in the Hall of Fame anywhere. Like, what's come on?
So she was originally supposed to be part of the one after Medusa,
Really?
and I think that
Okay.
was 2020. So,
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. All right.
but they
I get
probably will get her down the road. She looks completely different now. Like I remember
you.
seeing
Mm-hmm.
her recently. I think she was in a Chauncey Blackheart match,
Yes, yeah. So,
and she looks amazing still. So I was like, hey, I would love to see her go in the Hall of Fame because just the style like of what China did, or where everyone says China like that. Bull McConnell was first.
that's true.
She was that badass. She was that dark character, that freaking mohawk, and just a beast in the ring. So yeah, I would love to see her in
Yeah,
the Hall
and
of
the
Fame.
presentation, man. She
Mhm.
had like so many different tracks for her entrance music,
Yeah.
but like some of them, she clearly was meant to be like a final boss character. One of them sounded like the boss, like Stage 8 in Mario 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one song of hers when she comes to the ring and she looks like Dracula, but she has like that music. And I was like, what the hell
Yeah.
is going on? It's incredible. What is this is crazy
She
for the
definitely
time
needs to
period.
be. She needs a Hall of Fame spot, 100%.
Okay, and let me stop. Procrastinate. My last one is probably the craziest one that I saw is Bull Nakano versus Yumiko Hota, and this is 6/8, 1988. Also AJW.
Yeah.
And now the reason why this one is also crazy, um, is that obviously there's the cool theatrics when she comes to the ring. She has her face painted up. Most notably, like you probably think E Honda when he has the full kabuki paint on.
Yeah.
That's what she looks like. She looks like a badass guy, man. Like her, I kind of see it, and maybe it is not where she got it from, but I could definitely see where like Oscar's
Yeah.
pageantry when she comes to the ring.
Yeah.
Like big flowing gowns and face painted. Obviously, the hair is a big thing, but like
Yeah.
her opponent comes to the ring with a freaking uh plate of armor.
I would too.
Cause she's coming to fight, dude. She has the shoulder, the what do they call them, the pauldrons on. She has like a chest plate. It looks like
Yeah.
it's from the future. Like she is ready to fight. And the first thing she does is like Bull tries to obscure the fact that she has a weapon,
Yeah.
and she stabs her opponent in the arm, like with the spike. In the first, like the match just starts, she stabs her in the arm with a spike, pretends to be biting it, and then the girl starts bleeding, and the ref is just whatever. And so the chick who gets bit leaves the ring, and then she throws a fit, and then I guess they want to change refs,
Yeah.
but the new ref and the old ref start scrapping in the ring. So half the match is the two refs fighting. I shit you
Yeah.
not. And then when the refs finally finish and they change the ref, like she starts cheating again because that's when she does what I told you. She brings out
Yeah.
two nunchucks, and I kid you not, she does the motions with them flawlessly, dude. Like I don't understand why is this lady so talented.
Yeah.
Like what is happening? So she brings out the two nunchucks, clearly cheats again,
Yeah.
and then she gets disqualified, and then she gets pissed off that yo, I don't understand what is wrong with her or what her character was supposed to be, but she was insane.
Yeah.
She was insane. You know what? Yeah, Oscar did take something. She took because the this match is like this woman has no common sense. Why is she
Yeah.
here?
I was actually
Please throw
trying to
her in
see if
jail.
they crossed paths and they never fought.
No, I think she was probably too old,
Yeah.
or she probably wasn't wrestling at the time. It was because I think maybe when she went to do the last match that she had was like a comeback,
Yeah.
and I think maybe Oscar was even gone. Like she was probably already here.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because I wonder when that Shotzi match was.
Uh.
Like how recent was that?
Yeah. Nah, it
Because
was a
I
while
remember
ago.
Shotzi left too, and she came over here.
Yes, it was probably like 2018, 2017.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Chauncey been in WWE since 2020.
Okay.
2020, no, a little before that, like 2019,
Okay.
because she was also working Evolve during
Mm,
2019,
that's right.
2018.
Well, you're right. You're right.
So that's what I know. So it was probably within 2016 to 2018.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, Bull McConnell was awesome to watch. Like she she had some crazy shit.
She is. I will say one of the people who on YouTube it is very easy to find her matches here, but I think it's because maybe that federation is not around and sending out copyright notices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like you can find hours of her matches.
Hall of Fame. Is Bull Nakano in the Hall of Fame? But she wants to be there, and she has not been.
They don't have a Hall of Fame for any of the federations that exist over in Japan.
Um,
That's the
J-
thing that's crazy.
I think they have like Pro Wrestling Illustrated has a wrestler Hall of Fame as well, and but they do like maybe one to two people per year kind of thing.
Hmm.
So their thing is very slow on who they pick and stuff like that. Um, there probably are other Hall of Fames, but WWE is the more recognized
Well, yeah,
name.
we're American.
Yeah,
That's why.
exactly. But even outside of America, WWE is probably like one of the top names company period. Then is New Japan right after that.
Hmm.
So
I'm just saying they need to recognize all the women from like the 80s and 90s.
yeah, I think honestly I see Bull Nakano definitely making the Hall of Fame eventually, and again it's just in the right time and how everything is. Again, like I said, she was originally supposed to be part of the 2021, and then you saw what happened that year. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they do the same thing with Batista. Batista was supposed to be there, and then he declined it because he wanted the fans there.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, so it goes into that. So now we go into the week of wrestling. We could go for Monday Night Raw, and I actually call. So shout outs to my buddy Aaron. He had him and his kids went to that Monday Night Raw, and
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, oh, so, and Josh was like, oh, we're a Nightmare fan kind of thing, like that. Like watch him get his ass beat at home, and then this is what happened. I said, because when he wrote that, and I sent the Brock Lesnar winking with the cowboy hat on, and he was like, "What's gonna happen?" Like he's gonna beat his ass in front of his hometown. And that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what
Mm-hmm.
happened. Good promo, good spot. It was a very family oriented because his family was in front row and stuff like that. So it made it a lot of drama and stuff like that, and makes their match very it, excited to get to. So it was good.
Whoop that ass, Brock Lesnar said.
Yep, he ain't playing. Our first match of the night was Matt Riddle versus Gunther. This was for the Intercontinental Championship. This man don't learn, and he gets his feet punched again. And
Well,
very good match though.
I'll give him credit that he was smart to do it at least without it wrapped.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? His
yeah,
foot wasn't a target
yeah, yeah.
this time.
Gunther knows. He smells it. He smells your pain. He knew
I
we
thought
were.
you he smelled his foot. I'm like, damn, Matt Riddle, you gotta clean it up.
He probably smells his foot after he slaps. He's like, oh damn, man, be slapping feet, man.
Look, he's not trying to lose.
This was a really good match though. Their chemistry is freaking great. Very fun match to watch.
And they had time too.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And
And I
then
like going to the state of the address also when he won.
yep. And then what Corey Graves called the CGI rhinos, chubby unicorns.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty.
All right, we got a title defense. We got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
That's crazy because I didn't think they were gonna win
Me either.
because we just got the return
Yeah.
of Liv Morgan to Raquel's side, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there was also animosity outside the ring with Rhea Ripley and Rodriguez
Of
being
course.
attacked, and then also plaguing in that. So they made themselves a target for talking shit. And then you think Mommy gonna take us easy? No, Mommy's evil. She came
Yes.
out, helped them win, and your new tag champs, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. And then shout out to Matt Cardona bringing it to Japan.
1/3 of the tag team champions now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
good for him.
Ah,
Good for them. I'm very happy with them.
yep.
This
Like to
Sonya
see.
Deville's first title.
Congratulations. I mean, not for nothing. The match was good.
Yeah, it was good.
So the way they actually worked as a team, uh, I got to give them their kudos because like there's points where Liv had it won and Sonya came in and she did the thing. I was like,
Yeah,
that she did what you said tag team should do. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
there you go. You got one of you on the outside doing dirt and saving your partner. That's what you do. So
yeah.
good,
I'm
good.
I'm actually digging that, and I'm happy. I'm happy for them. I'm very happy for them. The reason why I'm like also happy is the fact that it won this Sonya Deville's first fucking title, and I'm
Is it
surprised.
Chelsea's also? Because
Yeah,
hasn't she been star stop since she's been in WWE?
yeah.
Or
She
did
never
she
got a
win
title.
one?
That's her first title too.
There you go.
And also just Sonya Deville. I like you would think that she would have won with Mandy.
Yeah, but we unfortunately know that during that time,
Yeah,
different things happened. They took Mandy from her,
yeah,
and then Sonya had the real life drama. So
yeah. So, it was good stuff. I'm extremely happy with them. So, congrats.
congratulations. But I mean, also it's more storyline stuff because obviously Liv and Mommy they're not done.
Yep. Or Raquel.
She's mad, but I think she's hurt in storyline because that was kind of how they took her out
Yeah.
of the match.
Yeah. I'll take live in Rhea SummerSlam.
Hmm.
I definitely would. They have a history. They have a story. They have a good story to tell too.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think they were rushed to tell that story. So hopefully they could get back and get that rhythm again.
Yeah, and I mean that would be a good person for Rhea to fight anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. This match was fucking good.
This was great. I don't know. This might have been the best thing on the show for me because
This-
this had humor, personality. You had Chad Gable doing his thing. You had Otis just chewing up the scenery, and the Viking Raiders being badasses too. So it's like it was just they brought back the ship.
yeah,
They brought it back. Officially have their own gimmick match that is recurring because it doesn't count if it only happens once.
yeah. So now it's recurring. They have a Viking match,
Yep.
and they won both of them too.
I mean, they kind of have to.
Well, New Day almost
Kind of
won it.
have to. Yeah, but they lost.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that fucking the backflip into the German suplex was beautiful. Like he lift that
Yeah,
dude like he was a
yeah,
sack of potatoes, like nothing. Like he was a
and
baby.
not for nothing. Maxine going through a table. Okay,
Yeah, took a
all
bump.
right.
Good job. Very entertaining. Like 100% entertaining. We
Yeah,
like
this was.
entertaining.
I mean, this was like a WrestleMania side match.
Yeah,
Kind of. That's the feel it had.
yeah. We got Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross. Sally was just a squash match and was more for Shayna to win, and then Ronda Rousey to talk shit at SummerSlam.
Why you gotta kill Nikki Cross like that?
Yeah.
Why you gotta do her like that? Didn't she just get her PhD? No, I think her master. One of the, I freak no not PhD. I believe she got her masters in a specific thing.
Yeah.
She's doing her damn thing, man. Why you gotta kill her like that?
And then we
So
got
mad.
Miss TV with Becky Lynch, and that lineup being some crazy shit too.
It was a trap.
I
Why was Becky wearing her pajamas in the ring?
don't know. She was still
She was
tired.
tired. sh-
We got
she
Bronson.
looked like the lost member of TLC.
Oh man, that was actually kind of true. We got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bronson Reed, and this was a really good match until Tommaso Ciampa caused Nakamura the match, and he was pissed and kicked him in the chest, as he
Yeah,
should.
I could see,
Yeah.
I could see that coming to him. But I mean, did you think Chamba was just gonna sit back and take it? No.
So, were you kind of annoyed of the names that were added to people's names this night on Raw? Like the
Uh,
bubbly Liv Morgan.
no. That's because that guy does that all the time.
Yeah. Okay. It was really,
He has his own names
but it was Corey
that
Graves
don't
that said
usually
it.
stick because he's not the one that called Dom Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
That was Graves.
Yeah, I didn't like the names. We got Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus Judgment Day. I thought this match was really good.
Yes, it was pretty funny too. Not for nothing. Another great match for the Judgment Day.
Yep.
They almost had it though. I mean, champs almost had them.
And then yeah, it was really good.
Like they could have lost their titles, but I'm surprised. Like they put them up. They put
Yep.
them up. So
Yep. I think they did a great job. I think the match itself is looked at. I think Sami and KO is killing it with the tag titles, and every time they have the defense, the main event, and it's a great match. So keep that going.
hmm
Keep that rolling. Monero, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it a A. This was a with the people they used. Like I couldn't have predicted that the show would have been this way. Like
Yeah.
with the tag title main event, having the Viking match on Raw. Like nope. I didn't. The tag team titles for the women. Like okay,
Yeah.
full length Gunta match,
Yeah.
right? Like all right, yeah. And Brock beating the crap out of Cody
Yeah.
to open the show. Nah, man, it was good.
Nice. All right, we go next to NXT, And we kick off with Ija Dragunov stands up to Carmelo Hayes. And then the Judgment Day.
What you gonna do, Dragon off?
It's gonna be a good match.
Yes, sir. Definitely gonna be a good match.
We got Los Lotarios versus Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee.
That was solid, man.
That
That was
was really
good.
good. Yeah, that
I
backflip,
appreciate it.
dude.
Yeah, we forget about Humberto.
Yeah,
He could just sail through the. That was his thing.
yeah.
Just
Shout
flying through
outs
the air like that.
to Minion. Minion was like, "Yo, that was a far backflip." It was like, "Yo, have you ever seen his backflip? Like, yo, he goes high."
Yeah, 20. Don't forget 205.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
205. He used to fly with that backflip. Yeah, that was a really good
Hmm.
match. Happy to see him back in the swing of things too. It looks like Humberto and Garza are kind of having little issues, and probably get some more out of that later on.
Yep.
We got Gigi Dolan versus Nia James.
I wonder if it's gonna be a series though,
Yeah,
because I I would hate for them to do all that work and then they just have one match.
yeah, and I didn't think that match wasn't the greatest either.
I don't think it was bad. It's just I feel like maybe they need to take it to one of the takeovers.
Yeah, well,
That and Kiana James won, so it's kind of like you got paint thrown on you, you got mad, and then you still lost. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So you
there
kind
you
of
go.
at some point you want to hope that Gigi gets what she
Yeah,
hopes to do. They
um,
gotta stop that girl with them bags though.
yeah,
I'm just saying, she keep coming to rings with bags that are loaded. Like,
yeah.
what's going on?
The ref gotta be checking those bags.
Mm-hmm.
He don't check them. Baron Corbin found himself in the woods at the end of the flaming tiki torches. I'm digging his promos and stuff
I
like
don't
that.
even know about these tiki torches, man. We had problems in 2020 with tiki torches. You better clean it up, Corbin.
Yeah, man. I'm digging what. Hopefully we get a new revamp at Baron Corbin. I think it's gonna be really good. Shout outs to After the Bell. We'll probably talk about it later on, but his podcast on After the Bell was really good.
That was a good episode. Yes, sir.
Axiom and Scripps versus Bronco Nima and Lucy Price.
It was a good debut for these guys, but obviously first ass match, so it's not gonna be the cleanest scrap. But I do
Far from clean.
appreciate.
Yeah,
Wait, say that again?
it's far from clean.
No, no, no. But again, it wasn't like a botch fest or anything. It's just you could tell they are new.
Yeah,
Um, but I appreciate the story scripts doing what he did, betraying him. I'm telling you, I know this is where this is headed. This is headed to the return of a child,
yeah.
not a child, a kid.
A
Hmm.
kid. Yep, yep.
A kid. Hmm. Hmm.
Nima and Price win the match. Because Scripps betrays Axiom. Um, my first impression: why they don't have matching outfits? It annoyed me.
Yeah. Yeah, that does bother me. They look like two different teams. They look like Carmelo and Trick, and they look like AOP a little bit.
Yeah,
I was just like, wait, they're two different teams.
yeah.
Unify
I'm
this.
not crazy about the finisher. I think they need to be more execution with it.
Hmm.
They look
They need the
alright.
rep.
They look new. They look green as hell. So hopefully they get some work in and get better.
They need reps. But
Yeah,
but they got the size and like they got the intimidation down already. So
yeah,
like I, I'm thinking they could fill the void that somebody like AOP used to have.
yeah. I
Get them
agree.
with a mouthpiece or something. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The D'Angelo family stands tall over Gallus.
Well, they weren't happy to begin with, but I mean, at least this still doesn't clear. Uh, you know what I'm saying? What's McCall is still not clear. Don't
Yeah,
they have footage? Didn't Coffee supposedly have proof that whatchamacallit was the rat?
yeah, but
But
in
that's my
NXT,
thing.
but in NXT world, like yo, he lost. The
He
evidence is
lost.
gone.
Damn, in
He
the
loses
court of
everything.
law.
Yep. NXT world.
Wow.
Once that evidence, once you lost that match, the evidence is gone. It don't work no more.
Damn. All right. Well, all I gotta say is watch your back, Tony D.
Yep.
I do appreciate the party though. That was pretty funny.
Yep, yep. Dia Hill defeats Electra Lopez with the Kimura lock. She is the Kimura.
She is the Kimura. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
I appreciate it. I mean, I see them putting the two girls together. Now they have an entrance together.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, they are more than the new guys. They need matching gear. Like, come on, y'all.
Yep. I
So
say
put
dress
them.
alike. If you're working as a tag team, you should have at least something of a tag team.
Hmm. Hmm.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are the exceptions.
I mean, they wear the same color.
Yeah,
So
or they'll rock kind of the same T-shirt or some shit.
yeah, that was. You know what? I guess you have to give it to Sammy because he took KO's design
Yeah,
for his T-shirt.
yeah.
So there you go.
Um, Eddie Thrope versus Oro Mensa.
That was a solid match.
It was solid.
Also, good to see whatchamacallit, Mensa, because it's been a little bit since he had a match
Yes.
where it wasn't shenanigans.
Poor,
Then
poor,
again, he is part of that crew, and they were outside.
poor Norm Dar.
So I'm just saying,
He's all
what
sad.
what, what Last Legend doing with that bodysuit? Okay, I see
Poor Norm Dar. He's so sad.
you. Look at this little wheelchair.
He's so sad. Roxanne Perez walks out of on a joint interview with Davenport and beats her up.
And I know Booker T had to talk to her.
Yep.
They tell you, girl, get your head on straight. She ain't trying to hear.
Dana Brooke and Killian Jordan. Colleen? It's Colleen or
Mm-hmm.
Colleen?
Which one was that?
Colleen
Which girl?
Jordan.
Oh, Kalani. Yeah,
Kalani
Kalani.
Jordan. There, okay. They
Hmm.
had like a whole gymnastics. So we're gonna get a lot of
Yeah.
flippies from them. A lot of flippies.
As long as nobody does the code red, I'm happy.
Okay. And then our main event was the North American Championship match: Wesley versus Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley on the side. I thought it was a really good
Ooh.
match. Mysterio wins the North American Championship, his first single title, and he is the champion of all North America. So talking shit to Rey Mysterio on SmackDown, you're going to be the U.S. champ. I'm a North American champion. Shout outs to Wesley. Wesley had a fucking amazing North American title one, probably one of the best we've seen since the start of that North American Championship, and they had some credible people that had that title. But I think he had some of the best matches and some of the best rivalries going into that North American title. So shout out to him. I see him getting it back eventually, but I
I
just want
don't
to
know if
see.
I see him getting it back. I don't, look like he's not gonna be in NXT.
Yeah,
Wasn't he
there's a
in the
chance.
crowd? Wasn't he in the crowd with? Was it
Dragon
Dragon Lee?
Lee, yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Lee. My bad. He was there on Friday, so I don't know.
But it was
They
in
got
Orlando,
eyes on him.
that's why.
I know, but they got eyes on him.
Yeah, but that was a hell of a match, a very fun match. And now we see if Mustafa Ali versus Dominic Mysterio at Grand American Bash.
But how many weeks we have until that?
Two?
Because I see maybe it being either there's gonna be a match between him and Dragon Lee, because I see Dragon Lee talking that smack, saying he got the blessing of Rey Mysterio to beat up his son.
Yeah.
And then is there somebody else who was like right there for number one contender?
Nathan Frazier. No, that's the Heritage. He's the Heritage champ, so he's like
'Cause I
that.
feel like
But
there was.
Ali,
Cause I
Tyler
feel like
Bate.
'cause I feel like there might be either the triple threat or those two are gonna have a match.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
And then Tyler Bate was part of that rivalry.
Well, he lost.
Yeah, he
He
did lose.
lost. He lost to Ali,
But Dirty Dom, new champ.
and he did it the right way by cheating.
um, yeah, it was a good match. Yeah, new North American champion Dominic Mysterio. So they added more gold to the Judgment Day.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
they got the women's title, North American title, the Money in the Bank, and now just Balor needs something.
Uh oh. Uh oh. We'll see.
All right. NXT, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A minus. I think maybe the weakest thing was the Flippy girls. Kiana James and Gigi, like you said, I didn't feel the aggression for
Yeah,
the storyline, right?
me too. I wasn't feeling it.
Like, I don't really hold anything against the new guys match because it at least had a relevant story to it. So it was what it was. But
Yeah.
like that's about it. I could take away.
All right. I could go. I go A minus. It was a solid show. All right, we go to AEW Dynamite, and somehow, some way, Jungle Boy killed himself and buried him.
whose whose body?
Like, who did he kill and put his outfit on?
Did he clone himself? I don't.
I don't know, but it was Hook versus Jungle. It was Hook versus Jack Perry for the FTW title. Jack Perry wins, and he is the new FTW champion.
I didn't see him winning. I'll put that out there.
Yeah,
So okay. But what's he gonna do with it? How's this bad boy persona gonna work? We'll see.
yeah, I think it's gonna work. And then you have more footage of Chris Jericho and Don Callis building something.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? That's
Yeah,
what Jericho does. He has to constantly evolve. The JAS has been around for long enough,
yeah,
so I'm not upset. I just want to know who's gonna adopt Daddy Magic.
yeah.
That's all.
Then you got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Kayla Sparks. Very fast match. Britt Baker wins.
Of course. No surprise there.
Yeah. Um, we got Better Than You, Bebe versus Jericho Appreciation Society. Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. This was the finals of the tag tournament. The winner gets a shot at FTR. Very fun match, very good match, and the dance off was fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And the winners are Better Than You, Bebe, and they will be facing FTR.
This, I mean, this was kind of a complete match in terms of like how they're doing the story for those two guys. Like
Yeah,
I don't think it could have went better than that. It was
yeah,
so stupid.
yeah. It
It
was
was so
fun.
dumb. But
Yeah,
the thing I like presentation wise with MJF is you still see that he gets mad
yeah,
and wants to be evil
yeah,
when certain things happen. It's not all the time. It's when certain things happen.
yeah.
So you saw when Cole touched that belt that brought the evil out.
Yep. Uh oh.
So we'll see.
All right. And in our main event, this pretty much went the rest of the night is the Blood and Guts, Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Takashita, and Pac versus the Golden Elite, Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson.
Out of all the ones they've had, what, like three or four?
This would be his fourth one.
I think this is the best one.
Yeah,
I think this is the best one because I personally think it was the best one because of Moxley.
yeah.
Because
Moxley's
he
just
was
evil.
insane. He came into the ring, started stabbing people.
Yeah, with a fork.
Like he gave Claudio a fork.
Yeah, he
Like
did.
shiny. Like there's a lot of that stuff that happened in this match that I liked because of Moxley.
Yeah.
He brought out better nails. What? Excuse me,
Like
sir.
why? No, I
Sir,
just
what
had
did
it
sir?
around in my garage. It was
I
there. I
sleep on
wanted to
this.
use
He just says when Renee's mad at me, I sleep on this.
it.
What? He had broken glass in a bucket. Like, come on, Moxley is the MVP of this match. I'm sorry.
I was the broken glass didn't really sell as much as they wanted it to.
I don't know. Claudio running around. That was,
Yeah.
it had moments. It had moments.
Um. I just feel like again, this is my big complaint when AEW does big matches like this, is that this is where you pay for the no commercials. Because
I get you. I get you.
what happened with me with this is that I got confused of who came out or not. Because during the commercial break, sometimes that's exactly when they came out, and it's like, oh, how the fuck you get in there? Other than that, like again, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was chaotic as hell, and that's what you're supposed to be, is chaotic as hell. Um, Kota looked like he had to get back into it. He was a little off, but he gained it back down the road in this match. But I enjoyed it. It is what it is. Again, like when you do big matches like this, yo, you were sponsored by Shark Week. You should been able to have them pay for the commercials.
I
Just
see.
saying.
I see. I get you.
Yeah. I was like, I don't like when they do shit like that. I was like, yo, the commercials ruin it for me.
Mhm.
Just the
Mhm.
fact that it just throws you off the base of the match, and like again, like when you curse commercial break and you see a brand new person there, you're like, yo, what? How the fuck did that happen? So that's my only gripe with the things. Again, when you do big shit like this and it's supposed to be like pay per view quality thing, yo, you had sponsors all over this fucking match. Use them to pay for the damn commercials.
True that.
That's all I say. AEW altogether, what do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a B plus this week. I thought
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
yeah. I think they could have just saved the biggest match for Rampage and just gave her more time. But other than that, yeah, I go B plus as well. Um, we go to. Did you watch Impact?
No, I did not watch it.
I did not watch it either, and I gotta catch up this week for that. But yeah. So I go to the next one, which is Friday Night SmackDown. Um, yeah, so I go SmackDown first, and we kick off with this was on Fox Sports One, so it kind of confused me to catch it. But it is what it is. We kick off with the. Did we kick off
Well,
with?
I have to say you can't blame them because LA Knight told you last week.
Yeah, we kicked off with the footage from last week of the tribal of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso and stuff like that, and then it went into straight into the U.S. Championship match. Invitational. It was Rey Mysterio versus Sheamus versus Cameron Grimes versus L.A. Knight. Very good match. Rey Mysterio wins.
I was surprised because of the implications that it's going to be LWO
Yeah,
versus LWO.
yeah.
So we will see. Will they keep it a nice, clean, friendly competition,
I think
or will Santos
Santos
get
goes
dirty?
evil. Rey Mysterio go. Let Rey Mysterio go evil. Let him take Santos' eyes out.
Oh, I mean, damn, that's messed up.
Yeah, Rey just go evil. Go black. Get like a devil. Dress up like your old school WCW gear.
The little
Get the
devil
devil
horns. Okay.
horns and just go evil on LWO. That would be such a like a left turn,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
cause he never been a heel before.
Mhm.
Well, technically,
Was he bad in Filthy Animals when he
yeah,
first started
technically
though?
he was a heel when the Filthy Animals first came out.
Mm-hmm.
So technically he was a heel, and then the fans just liked it, and then they just went with
Yeah.
it. But yeah, good match. Rey Mysterio wins, and again, him and Santos Escobar fight for number one contendership for the U.S. title.
Yep.
Which didn't make sense for Santos and Austin Theory to fight. They could have just put the
Well,
title on the
Theory
line.
was upset. I
Yeah,
get it.
that is true.
I get it.
Got disrespected.
He was mad.
Very good match though. Very good match. LA Knight not his time just yet. I think, and this is something this is something that WWE does, and it's not something to say that they're not gonna push him or things like that. They know you want him to win now, so they don't quit you until they get you that right spot, and that's when he's gonna win.
I just hope they don't mess up the right spot. That's all I'm saying. Because the other thing that you do have to realize, or they should realize too, is that sometimes these people get hurt,
Yeah,
and then they have to change the plans.
yeah,
I'm like, that's the only thing that I worry about. Is like, man,
yeah,
I'm sure they got big plans for him,
yeah.
but man, don't let him get hurt
Yeah,
and be
I
sidelined.
think one thing with him is the fact that the crowd is just getting louder for him. It
Yeah.
hasn't declined; it got louder, so
Yep.
that's a good thing.
And it doesn't matter where they go either.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair versus Io Sky. This one has some weird, like really just botchy spots that they're
I
just
feel like it's
yeah
been too long since they fought.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But it wasn't a bad match. It was pretty solid. But Charlotte wins.
I will say though, this match the one thing I will give them credit for because this one did go through a commercial. I believe they
Yeah
did give them time,
yeah
so we had time. I if not for nothing, I'll say at least they give it an EO match this time. So
And then
like
Bailey on the
that's what I
commentating
want.
was hilarious.
Of course.
Stupid Michael Cole. We got Santo Escobar versus All Theory. I actually thought this was actually a good match too, and they gave it time.
Yeah, that was solid. That was very good.
Yeah, that Hurricane was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And then we got a North American Championship match on SmackDown. We got Dirty Dom beating Butch.
That was crazy. I wasn't expecting it to go that way. I wasn't because again, I wasn't expecting that to be a match.
But yeah, but Pretty Deadly kind of
Yeah,
interfered as well, and
that was
that
kind
was
of funny
fucked
too.
up that his boy left.
As soon as they showed up with the wheelchairs, I started dying laughing. I couldn't contain myself. That's how you do it. If you
Yeah.
get hurt and you want to make your presence still felt, yeah, that's kind of what you got to do.
Yep. Yep. And then
I love
another.
it.
Good.
I just want to point out the first thing they did when they got to the ringside, they did the you point to Ridge
Yeah.
Holland. It's just like, damn, that's messed up. You did this.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing was hilarious. The facial expressions, everything was fucking hilarious, and then just them leaving him there was fucked up
Hmm.
as well.
And then they still chased him.
Yeah. Um, and then another masterpiece between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Like
Yes,
you
sir.
can't fucking deny the storyline is really good,
Yes, sir.
and they just been promo to promo like back and forth, and it's been really really good.
Yes, sir.
So
He ripped that
SmackDown,
contract up. He said, "It's Mortal Kombat, son. This is
Tribal
life or
Combat.
death."
Yeah,
They, mm,
say on whip your face off,
mm.
fry it like bacon.
I mean, don't lose the match. Don't lose the match.
But yeah, SmackDown we give it.
I'm gonna give it a A. God damn. We forgot to talk about how Oscar just ran in the ring and beat the crap out of
Yeah,
Charlotte too
and
with
that
her
too.
little pink outfit.
I want her to spray people in the
They
face.
have to make that. That has to be the next. I saw they have a new Oscar, the WrestleMania
Yeah,
gear. They need to make the new Oscar with the pink suit,
the pink suit.
just the pink leisure suit
Yeah,
Oscar.
yes, that'd be cool. And then yeah, I give it credit. I'm gonna go A plus. Like I think that ending was perfect. I think they balanced the timing with the matches and everything, so
Hmm.
everything felt like it had time. Everything looked like it was pretty solid. Getting a North American Championship match on SmackDown was great. So I'm gonna go A plus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You watch Collision?
No, I did not watch Collision. I That was the show. No, yeah, I just asked you that.
Yeah,
The Ring of Honor show is the one that had it. Okay.
yeah.
No, no,
So
I didn't.
I watched Collision. It was a solid show. Nothing special. I think last week was probably their best show. You had Action Andretti versus Darius Martin versus the Bullet Club Gold. Kind of know who wins that match, and then it goes into Miro and Nick Cromado. Miro beats him, but it was like more offense for Cromado because he jumped him from the back, but then um, Miro did his thing. House of Black versus the Acclaim Trios. This was actually a really good match, and looks like Billy Gunn is hanging in his boots.
Uh-oh. But what? The House of Black took him out?
Yeah, they took him out, and then after the match, Billy Gunn kind of unlaced his boots and left him in the ring.
Oh, damn. All right.
Sky Blue versus Tyler Valkyrie. I thought that match was actually really solid. Again, working with her, having her work with veterans, it probably make her better. So hopefully, she catches on or in her timing, things like that. But this was a good match. Valkyrie wins. Christian Cage and Ricky Stark versus CM Punk and Darby Allin. Um, Stark and Cage win because the Luchasaurus kind of helped as well. And yeah, that's our match. That's our Collision. I give Collision a B. It was a okay show, nothing best. Actually, no, I'll go C, C plus. It could have had more depth, but I think all the depth went into the Dynamite with the blood and guts and everything else. Of AEW just kind of went to the side.
Okay, okay.
So I go C plus with that. I'll shout out Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor just to watch the Athena and Willow Nightingale match. That was probably one of the best women's matches. That probably definitely will be probably talked about as one of women's match of the year kind of thing. I'll be up there top five kind of thing at least. Very good chemistry between the two. They fought a heavy fight and they deserved that main event. So shout outs to that Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. That's the only match I watched. No, I watched the Claudio and Pac. It was a solid match. Didn't get a lot of time, but it was a solid match. But this match was well worth the main event.
Nice, nice. Glad to hear it.
And then yeah, that's Weekend Wrestling. Shout outs to San Diego Comic Con. We show a whole lot of toys being introduced from AEW to WWE to even independent, like the Sailor the Zombie Sailor toys and all the other brands that are coming out, Power Town and all that shit, and they're showcasing a lot of the stuff. Even Major Marks have their own. The Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has a shit ton of their own figures coming out with the Bendies, the big plastic ones, and other micros as well.
Don't they have that weird one with the funny name, the Big Rubber Boys or something
Yeah, the
like
big
that?
rubber
Or
boys. Those are supposed to
Marty's
be
Family or
LJN
something?
ones. Supposed to be like LJNs.
Those are the buddies,
No, the
or are they
LJNs are the
smaller?
big plastic ones, the big rubber ones, the old school ones. This was the WWE time.
Oh, I don't remember those.
Yeah, yeah, they were big.
But it's good to see him. Good to see him.
Yeah. So they announced massive figures. A couple of ones that I'll shout out just because those are the ones I most likely will try to get. Is the I actually digging the Ring of Honor figures they showed. I kind of want that American Dragon. I want the Dan Helsing as well.
Yes, sir.
Um, they did show Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, his first figure. I might have to get that whole Judgment Day. I gotta look for all the black and purple characters because I want the whole Judgment Day. But
Okay.
yeah, they showed a ton of stuff, so it looks really cool. I'm very happy to see the stuff that they're showing. I may not be able to get everything, but they show a lot of cool stuff. Um, but those are some of the highlights that
Y-
I have.
Yo, I just had the breaking news. I had to send you this, Mark. So there was like I assume it was Stardom. I think it says 5 Star GP. They had like an event.
Yes,
Yo, Julia got suplexed into the crowd.
I
What just, bruh? Yo, they are insane over there.
yes they are. I actually watched that. So that's their version of the G1.
Oh damn. Okay. Okay.
It has all brackets and shit too. It's like their version of the
Mm-hmm.
G1.
Gotcha.
What else they showed on here? Oh, shout outs to WWE 2K 23. They actually added the next DLC on there. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt is accessible, and also Zeus is also accessible in that
Gotcha.
thing.
Okay.
Um, so they kind of spoil who Uncle Howdy is on the game because they show Uncle Howdy's a one-time NXT champion.
I saw somebody let that slip.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they showed a shit ton of figures. They showed a lot of things coming out. And yeah, stay tuned for the next podcast, a Major Wrestling Figure podcast, that they will actually talk about it and stuff. But they did announce a ton of stuff, and just my pockets are like, what? Stop
Yeah.
it. And a shit ton of Hulk Hogan's, shit ton of Hulk Hogan's.
Needs more Iron Sheiks. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Um. All right. Let's go to podcast we listened to. I did shout out one after the bell for Baron Corbin being on it. It was a really good conversation, so definitely check it out. I like Baron Corbin, so he has a really fun. It is actually a really good take on a lot of things as well and what he's going through with his career, and it was really good.
Hmm. I
Um,
I need him to get a cooking show, man.
yeah.
They need to put him on the website. Come on.
You got Ryan Stanton. He had Tommaso Ciampa on. I thought that was a good conversation as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
I did not. I think those are the only two. Shout outs to Wrestling Figure Podcast, Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I listened to that this week. Also, they kind of talked about a lot of the stuff that's coming showing up in San Diego Comic Con and things like that. So, if you want more information about that and their brand of figures, definitely check that out. Yeah,
Do it.
and then we got the wrestling retrospect, and is your pick this week. So,
I'm thinking about it, and okay. My pick depends on is the G1 still going?
yes.
All right, so I'm gonna pick somebody that has been in the G1. Um, and you know what? We kind of don't get to see too much of him because he's usually in Japan. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick. Um, and why can I not remember the guy's name now? He is on the Mighty Don't Kneel, and he's a television champion. Damn it!
Oh, he's the new dude. That's not Zack Sabre Jr., the new champion.
No, Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh, Zack
I
Sabre
didn't pick
Jr.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. Did he lose his title
Yeah, he
already?
lost his title. That's why I was saying like he's the
Oh
new champ.
damn!
Yeah, he lost his title
Oh
to this other dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no. I meant Zack Sabre Jr.
All
There you
right,
go.
Zack Sabre Jr. is our next pick for next week. All right, we wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Thank you for listening. We are live usually Sundays, but if you want to listen to us live, just check our YouTube and I'll update the time and when we do it. If you want to listen to live, because we actually got a couple people listening. Other than that, yeah, follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok, Mark the Mic. I do a lot of figure photography and everything else. And everything that comes in, I'll definitely take pictures and put it up on there, so definitely check it out. And follow Red Second Link.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify.
Yeah,
And we got a WordPress. So
yeah.
check it out.
All right. Always remember,